What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, over the course of many weeks now, I've talked a lot about a lot of players. I've talked about Josh Giddey a lot. I've talked about potential trade acquisitions. I've talked about Kamawara. I've talked about everybody in relation to the Chicago Bulls team. But one person that I probably should be talking more about that I haven't talked about is Coby White. Probably my favorite player on this Bulls team, in all honesty. I want to talk about how his game and the way that I hope his game will transition into can help impact the winning ways that we want to kind of see in this young upcoming team. How can Coby White's game translate to wins? How can it impact winning? And of course, we do need to see consistency. That is obviously the main answer. We need consistency from the beginning to the end of the season. But certain other things I feel like will play a factor as well. Let's talk about it in this video. Before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know what you guys think about Coby White and the potential that his game can help translate to wins. Do you think it will? Do you think it won't? Everything in between. So let's get started. What I really want to see from this Bulls team in general, and I think Coby White will lead this team in that category, is more free throws. I can't believe that's the first thing I'm talking about, but to me, this is very important. The Bulls don't shoot many free throws at all. You know, it's actually been a very big meme in the league. The fans think that the refs hate us. Maybe they do. I don't know. That's not my place to say. But Coby White, at least last season, showed he has the capability to get fouled. And I think we need to see more of that from start to finish in this season. We need more free throws, ladies and gentlemen. Every good team finds a way to the line. The OKC Thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they call it foul baiting what he does. But to me, you know, you can hate it all you like, but it works. It works. I'm not saying Coby White needs to foul bait, but I'm saying we need to get to the line more. And he's the only person, in my opinion, on this team that has shown he can consistently get to the line each and every single game. I would like to see more of that in this upcoming season. Free throws are easy points. And when games are this close in the modern day of basketball, 80% of the games are normally close and competitive. Free throws can be the difference maker in a win and a loss for at least 10 or 15 games maybe. You know, you might lose a game by 1 or 2 points where a free throw or two can make the difference. So I hope Coby White can continue to get to the line. Last season was a bit promising. I was very impressed. I hope this season can be a little bit more of that. So that's the first thing that can help impact winning. I mean, go look at the best teams in the league and where they rank in free throw percentage and free throw makes and free throw attempts, mostly. Most of them are pretty high. So the Bulls need to find a way to get to that area. I hope they can do it. Coby White will lead the race in that. The second thing that Coby White will do, in my opinion, and what he has done over the course of his career, is his ability to improve his ball handling. To me, this unlocks a layer of Coby White's game on the offensive end and the scoring punch as well. He's been able to improve his ball handling so much that in tight situations and tight areas, I trust him to get out of it. And we need more of that. And so far, what I've seen from his training clips and montages, which to be fair, you can't always believe in montages because it doesn't always mean everything. But with Coby White, what I actually see in montages, I've also been able to see on the court. There have been many players that have training montages, like Ben Simmons, for example, shooting multiple threes and knocking them down at will. But in the main stage NBA games, he doesn't attempt them to shoot them to make them, you know? And to me, those montages are completely useless. We see it every year, but it doesn't mean anything if it's not falling in the main games. With Coby White, at least the montages I've seen translate to the main game. So from what I've seen from those montages, he has been improving his ball handling continuously from 2 years ago to last season to this season. It's been an ongoing thing, and the better he gets at it, the more of his offense he'll be able to unlock. The more mid-ranges he might be able to shoot as well. I mean, he's been learning from DeMar, no? DeMar was a mid-range assassin. Coby White could get more mid-ranges and all of that. Superstar players take mid-range shots. If Coby White's going to be our superstar player, he'll need to be able to handle the ball in tight areas, and he might be able to need to shoot a little bit more mid-ranges. I'll say that as well. So that's the second reason. And the third reason, most importantly, durability. Coby White's game, when it comes to his durability, to me, is going to be a big factor. There are a lot of players in this league that can't play from the first quarter to the fourth quarter. It could be because of injuries. It could be because of fitness. I mean, if you ask me, can I play from the first quarter to the fourth quarter? Absolutely not. I'll play to the first quarter, to about midway through the first quarter. I'm gone. I'm done. But I'm not an NBA player. You know, I'll leave it at that. But with Coby White, the guy was top 10 in minutes, I think, twice in a row over the course of his time with the Chicago Bulls and in the NBA. To me, that means something. To me, that means he is being built for longer games, longer minutes, and big minutes. I think of it in the DeMar DeRozan capacity, where DeMar DeRozan can play 40 minutes in a game and it feels like he's still beginning. You know, it feels like he never gets tired. I kind of think Coby White can get into that area. And I think of guys like Damian Lillard and LeBron James. They're known for this as well. I mean, Dame's injured at the moment, but LeBron, there were times where LeBron literally played an entire game and he was completely fine. Damian Lillard, James Harden, the big players, the best players in the world, the ones that play the big minutes, the one that can handle those big minutes, are very valuable to a team, and it does impact winning. When your best players are able to play on the court for the most minutes each and every single game, it helps winning. And Coby White is, in my opinion, being built for those moments where he is going to be playing sometimes 35, 38, 40 minutes a game. In the playoffs, if we ever make it there, Coby White could potentially play 40 to 45 minutes in a game, because he might be needed to do that. And I think if he's able to continue that durability that we have seen from him, I'm not saying every game we're going to need it, because, again, this team needs to be able to sometimes give their starters a rest. The bench needs to produce from time to time. But when it's needed, he needs to be ready for that. And I think that's what he's been training to do as well. And he's even said the big part about his game he needs to focus on is durability. I really hope that that is where improvements can lie as well. So that's where I think his game is going to be, in my opinion, very impactful. Notice, I didn't say three-point shooting. Notice, I didn't say just scoring. Because at the end of the day, I expect those things from Coby, and at least when all things go wrong, I expect him to knock down a three. You know, that's basic. I expect him to, you know, score the ball, maybe score a layup every now and then. That's fine. I expect that from Coby. Win, lose, or draw. We never draw. But win or lose, I expect Coby White to do those things. But I want Coby White to get to the line more. I want Coby White to get teams into foul trouble. I want Coby White to be able to continually improve his ball handling and unlock the offense for him and for the rest of his teammates. I want Coby White to be super durable to the point where if we need him to play 40 minutes and do it consistently, he's ready and able to do that, which for the most part he has shown he can do. So that's where I think Coby White's game will impact winning. Will it make us a playoff team? I sure as hell hope so. Even though I don't think so, because a team is not built on one player. It will take a lot more than Coby White to win games, but it's going to be a start, and it's going to be a good asset to have. So what do you guys think? Do you think there's more that I've missed? Do you think maybe you could take something out of his game that could help us win? You know, it's not all about positives. I mean, I would like to see a little bit of the indecisiveness in playmaking or passing with Coby White fix. Sometimes I feel like he gets into a situation where he doesn't know whether to pass or shoot. There's a couple of times because of that he takes bad shots. Of course, there's always negatives we can talk about as well, but for the most part, positives, because Coby White's a good player. Thumbs up. Get him his extension. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.